come in.
Hi, I'm Audrey. Nice to meet you.
Hi, very nice to meet you. I'm Hope. Take a seat. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. All right.
A little hot, but it's okay.
A little hot
My
out
face
there,
is
isn't
gonna
it?
get red. Yeah.
It's all right. So, like I said, my name's Hope Pritchard. I'm the HR director here at Enterprise. Been here for about 5 years now. It's all going good. I see you go to Roanoke College. I've been looking over your resume.
Yeah.
This is your last semester.
Yep. So
Awesome.
excited to graduate.
Oh, I actually graduated in 2009.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
cool.
a little way back, but
Still exactly the same though.
I bet it
Honestly,
is.
Nothing's
It is.
changed.
But you're glad to get out of there?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's get started. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. If you don't mind, just responding in the EAR format, if you've ever done that before. It's event, action, result. So when I ask you the question, if you just answer in that format,
Okay.
we can go over that a little bit further if you have any questions. So as far as the first question, if you don't mind describing a situation in which you embraced a new system, process, technology, or idea at work that was a major departure from the old way of doing things.
Okay. Well, at school at Roanoke College, I work as an as the game room manager, and I kind of have to make sure employees are clocking in students when they check out equipment, so things such as games or any sports equipment or things like that.
Right.
And normally we just do it by hand, so writing down room card numbers or ID numbers, and basically just taking their ID, and then they can take take the game or whatever they're
Right.
taking. But we recently implemented an online database where they have to swipe or take information and input it into a system.
Okay.
So that was kind of hard getting all my employees to kind of figure out how to do that and explaining why it was necessary to do that because of the budget and everything like that.
Right. Now, did you see that a change beneficial to Roanoke College in game room?
Yeah, I would say it was beneficial. My boss actually wanted me to really explain to the employees why it was necessary. So when looking at the budget for Roanoke College for the game room, like to get money for like repairs and things such as like the pool table, if the pool table gets ruined, seeing how many like students and stuff are using the pool table really helps us calculate how much money to put into the game room.
Right. Very good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Tell me about the last time something significant didn't go according to plan at work. So what was your role in that situation and what was the outcome?
Okay, I'm gonna bring up the game room situation again just because I work there as
perfect.
the manager. So the pool tables actually get ruined a lot. So if you're familiar with like the green like felt part of the pool table, yeah. So that has like a major scratch in it, almost to the point where you can see underneath it. So they're completely ruined. You can't really play.
Right.
And the company, I took it upon myself to call the company to get them replaced. But the company was really bad at getting back to me. They had really bad customer service. So that was kind of difficult because I was discouraged and didn't know how to handle the situation. But I made sure that I called a different company and kind of see like what other companies they're using to get pool tables fixed and kind of fix the situation myself.
Cool. Very good.
Yeah.
Tell me about a time when you had to juggle several projects at a time. How did you organize your time and what was the result?
I would say just having school, a social life, and multiple jobs. I manage everything myself. I pay for everything myself in college. So I kind of realized I needed to get a job or jobs to fulfill that and have a life that I wanted to live. So I had to pick up a couple different jobs. I work at a t-shirt company as well as the manager and my internship now, which is a textile company. So kind of balancing that with senior year, having a social life, and kind of all those things.
There's a lot going on, girlfriend.
It's a lot, but like it's manageable if you just prioritize, and it's kind of a lot, but I mean I managed to do it, I guess.
And you've only got a couple more months.
Yeah,
Good.
I know, I don't have to worry.
So, give me an example of when you had to work with someone who was difficult to work with. How did you handle interactions with that person, and what was the overall result?
I I would say like group projects or anything like that, working with someone who is maybe antisocial or doesn't know how to present. Um, doesn't know how to present in front of a classroom or any audience, and kind of dealing with that, because obviously presentation is very important for many jobs and in class when you're presenting a topic. So kind of dealing with that. I had a particular instance when I had to basically give a presentation by myself that was 30 minutes, so that was kind of difficult, working with someone that didn't really know how to speak in front of an audience, but kind of just figuring out where their strengths are as well as yours.
Mm-hmm.
So they talk about what they feel most comfortable, and then I kind of picked up wherever I felt like we were lacking, but it was okay.
Good.
Yeah, it worked out.
Good. Tell me about a time when you developed and executed training for employees at your company. So walk me through the different forms of training that you've used and how they benefited the company in the long run in that training program that you...
Okay, I don't know if this pertains exactly what you're asking, but for working at the textile company that I work at now, I kind of had to give or manage my own orientation video for the new employees. So I kind of had to figure out what was most important in the employee handbook and kind of read that, and then what I felt was most important about the company that they needed to know. So kind of just prioritizing what was most important to them.
Have you implemented that training program yet?
It hasn't been fully developed because my boss wanted to add more things to it, but definitely I think it would be beneficial to have a video, because right now it's just her talking to everybody, and that's for every orientation training is kind of a lot. It would just be easier to pop in a video and things like that.
How many employees work there?
It's about roughly, 60 to 70.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's great. Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Last question. Tell me about a time where you anticipated a problem and developed and enacted a prevention or preventative measures. What was the problem and what was the outcome?
I think I would have to say working in the game room again as the manager, giving employees strikes when they don't show up, or having to explain that. That's kind of difficult to explain because they're students and they're not much younger than I am, so it's kind of like equal playing field, and it's just hard being the manager sometimes in that situation, and then kind of dealing with my boss and explaining why I gave a strike and all of that.
Right. That makes sense. Very good. So that concludes the questions. I'm going to go over a little bit about the position. So it is the HR manager. You'll be responsible for managing 2 of the HR generalists and reporting directly to me, the HR director. This position, I know you applied, I think, on LinkedIn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You probably saw the job description and the duties and responsibilities, but just to go over that again, you'll be responsible for payroll, training, and orientation, and then employee relations. And then you'll be kind of directing some of those duties to the HR generalists underneath of you.
Okay.
Now, our typical work hours is from 8 to 4, but we're very flexible with that. And we do have a work from home program if you're interested in that. We can talk about further.
Right. That would be nice.
Right. Everyone loves that nowadays.
Yeah.
Now, to talk about just, the next couple weeks, we do have a few more interviews going on that we're conducting. But we have a plan to make a hiring decision within the next week.
Okay.
So the latest you'll hear from us is probably about April 6th.
Okay. Will that be through like phone call or interview?
Yeah.
Email.
We'll do a phone call initially,
Okay.
and then depending on the decision, we'll send you an email as well.
Okay.
Is there a good time that works for you for us to call?
I would say during the week, anytime between 3 and 5.
Perfect. Sounds good. Now, do you have any questions about the interview or the position or anything?
I guess I would say, do you guys do anything that would promote like social responsibility or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually donate to one of the local water filters programs in the area in Roanoke.
Okay.
And then we do support a local soccer team that one of our production managers, he's the coach of the team.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so we certainly do care a lot about our local community.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you do. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome.
Any other questions?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, it was wonderful meeting you, Audrey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to walk you out here.
Okay. Out to the left.
Yeah, right out to the left. Thank you. See you later.
Bye.